A sharp, explosive slap cracked through the entire electronics store. Smack. The sound cut the air like a warning shot. Every single person froze. A young salesman had just struck an elderly man so hard that his body stumbled backward and slammed into a counter. The old man's glasses skidded across the floor. Phones rose instantly. People recording, some laughing, some whispering, "Don't touch the displays again, old beggar." The salesman shouted, loud enough for half the store to hear. The old man gripped the counter to steady himself, breathing heavy, his hands trembling. Yet his mouth stayed shut. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew why he had come. Nobody knew that the next 5 minutes would destroy that salesman's job, his pride, and his future. And what stunned everyone the most, the old man didn't say a single word back. He simply picked up his glasses and walked away. This wasn't the beginning of humiliation. This was the quiet beginning of his victory. The old man's name was Walter Hayes, age 67, a retired mechanic from Amarillo, Texas. A man whose hands had rebuilt engines for 40 long years. A man who could listen to a machine and understand its pain. A man who never raised his voice and never begged for respect. That afternoon, he had walked into Tech World's Superstore, the biggest electronics showroom in the city. Not for himself. He wanted to buy a laptop for his granddaughter, who had just earned a scholarship but couldn't afford one. But the moment he stepped inside, eyes judged him, his faded brown jacket, his worn denim jeans, his dusty work boots. He didn't belong. In the shining showroom, he didn't look like a buyer. To them, he looked like trouble. Walter slowly walked toward the newest, most expensive laptop on display. It was sleek, silver, powerful. The Titan X. He gently placed his fingers on the keyboard. That single touch became his only mistake. From behind, a harsh voice exploded. Hey, don't touch that." Before Walter could even turn around, smack. The salesman's hand crashed across his face. The crowd gasped. Some laughed louder. Some raised their phones higher. Walter staggered backward, clutching his cheek. His ears rang. His vision blurred. The salesman stepped closer, dripping with arrogance. "This isn't a museum, old man," he sneered. "You want to look at things? Go watch YouTube on your broken phone." Another salesman shouted. He probably came here for free Wi-Fi. Laughter filled the showroom like poison. Walter listened. Every word landed hard. He swallowed the insult. He didn't defend himself, because dignity speaks loudest in silence, without a scene, without anger. He quietly picked up his glasses and walked out. But he didn't go home. He crossed the street, where a tiny store stood quietly waiting. Bright by computers, a small shop, peeling paint, but warm light, real human warmth. Inside stood a young man, maybe 19 or 20. The moment he saw Walter, he smiled. "Good afternoon, sir," he said respectfully. "How can I help you today?" Walter pointed toward a modest laptop. "I'd like to know, is this good for college studies?" The young man nodded kindly. "Yes, sir. It's fast, reliable, perfect for students. Would you like to try it? No slap, no laughter, no judgment, just respect." Walter sat down. The laptop worked beautifully. After a full hour of patient explanations, the young man finally asked, "So, sir, would you like to buy it?" Walter didn't answer right away. He looked around the small shop, then spoke softly. "You treated me like a human being. That matters." The young man smiled shyly. Walter cleared his throat. "I came to buy one laptop." The young man nodded. "But after how I was treated across the street." Walter paused. His voice hardened. "I'll take 12 laptops, all in cash." The young man froze. 12? Walter smiled calmly. "For my granddaughter, and for 11 other children at her school who can't afford one. You earned this." He pulled out a thick envelope. The young man stared at the stack of bills. He had never seen that much money in his life. 2 hours later, 12 laptops were sold out. Across the street, the arrogant salesman watched from his showroom window. His jaw dropped. His face turned pale. His manager stormed out, shouting in fury, "Do you know who that man is? He owns half the garages in Amarillo. He's known for charity. You slapped a millionaire, you idiot." The salesman trembled. By the next morning, he was fired. Respect is free, arrogance is expensive.